Welcome to tuningtutorials.com. We're recording a song video today. We're doing Same God by Elevation Worship. So we thought we'd take you behind the scenes. So the first thing I do is I decide what key I'm gonna do this song in. I'm gonna do it in the key of A using these shapes, G shapes, because I like the way you can voice them. The original is in D flat, so I'm way down. I'm down 4 steps. So I use the Waves sound shifter plugin to do that, by the way. So I've just pitched it down, so now it's in A, and then I map it with clicks and cues. Sounds funny when you pitch it down like this. I'm calling on the God. For this one, I want to go a little higher budget on the song video recording. So I'm gonna mic this guitar and record it, and then do the vocals separate and put the video together. And this is just kind of a documentary piece on how that all happens. Right, Nick? Is that what you call this, a documentary?
Yeah, sure, short film.
A short film. Welcome to the cinema. I'm just gonna play through the song. I got the chart here. I'm gonna sing along to it just so I can prep myself to execute this song video. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is just play guitar, so I'm gonna really focus on how I'm gonna play the different parts, how I'd arrange it, just playing it by myself on acoustic.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This will be in my ears for the video.
2,
of course, you don't hear
3,
it. Here we go.
4.
G to E minor. This song goes on and on and on. Like a lot of songs, especially live recordings, they go on forever. You know, as a worship leader in an acoustic environment or a stripped down band and smaller, it's like doing a song for 8 minutes, repeating the same bridge and chorus, 5 times each, can get really monotonous because you don't have like 15 people on stage to, build and, it's not the same. What I'm gonna do is that last chorus, chorus 4 and chorus 5 is enough. It gets big after that bridge. I'm gonna do one big chorus after the bridge, and then I'm gonna strip it down. How I need you now. Then coming out. God, my God, I need you. I think we're ready to record the acoustic part. The acoustic part is gonna be pretty easy. I'm actually gonna have a chart in front of me, although I feel like I've kind of got this song memorized now after playing through it a few times. So we're gonna set up to record my acoustic guitar. It's gonna be a fairly simple setup. I'm gonna use the, this is in the way, here's the computer. I'm gonna use the LA610. It sounds amazing with acoustic guitar. So most of it's gonna be, this is the 610B preamp section right here. And then this is the LA2A compressor. That's why it's called LA610, 610 LA. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna get a little bit of compression from the optical compressor just to like even things out, and then it just sounds amazing. We're gonna use the Slate ML1. This is a Slate, this is a modeling microphone from Slate. And it sounds great on its own, but then we can apply emulation on it down the road. In Logic. Now a lot of people, I've had this question before because Slate makes a preamp to put this through. The idea with the Slate modeling microphone stuff is you want the flattest response possible, and then the plug-in applies like the sound of whatever mic you want. I've found that running this through like either preamps on the Apollo with unison preamps or something like the Neve style preamp over here or the 610 sounds great, and you can still put the microphone modeling on here and it sounds really good, and you still get the magic and the mojo from like the actual hardware, preamps and compression and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. We're ready to film when the denim tuxedo has made its appearance. I think it's the Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
So for this, I've got the speakers are muted. I'm hearing that click track in my in-ears. So this is essentially what I'm hearing. If I come back here, if I unmute so you can hear what I hear.
4.
and then my guitar is coming through. I'm adding a little bit of reverb to my guitar, courtesy of Capital Chambers, which I would
Verse. Two,
I would
3, 4.
make the argument that I feel like I'm yelling because it's in my ear. I'd make the argument Capital Chambers is the best reverb
You were really
you
too
can
excited
get.
about the reverb.
Capital Chambers is that good. So I'm not gonna sing for this part. All I'm capturing is the guitar. Finished the acoustic take, and I'm very happy with the performance that I gave. So the question is, I'm gonna have a conversation with Nick, who's behind the camera. By the way, if you didn't know, Nick Rice is back. Yes! I always play the same guitar in the same settings and sing through the same microphone, but sometimes I record things ahead of time and I just sing along, play along with it, because it's way easier to do it that way. It's more controlled. It's actually, if you try to do everything as a live one take, it's very difficult. Like the fact that I played that whole song through without a mistake is it happens sometimes, but not that often. I kind of want to try something different, Nick, and do a vocal take separately.
I think that could be way cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
So you'll still see guitar, you'll still see vocal, but you never see me playing both at the same time. For the vocal mic, I'm gonna run it through the Warm Audio 273 EQ, which is a Neve 1176 style compressor with EQ, and I've got inserted into that the Black Lion Audio Bluey, which is a, did I say 1176? That is a Neve 1073 style EQ. This is an 1176 style compressor. On my vocal on this track, what I'm gonna do is I've got a little bit of EQ and reverb and delay on it. You are the same God. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert the Bluey right here, insert. So the 1176 has been inserted. Nick has got it on the Bluey, so when I sing, you're gonna see the gain reduction. You move in power. We got 10 dB of reduction. You know what? I'm gonna follow the Chris Lord Alge's philosophy of, you know what? It's fine. If it sounds good, it is good. You move in power. That sounds really good in my ears. You guys can't hear this, but man, this vocal chain, SM7B through the Warm Audio with the Bluey inserted as compression. I'm gonna add some EQ here. Give myself a little bit of high end. Oh, it's gold. If only every church could have this. This is my budget rig.
Right.
This is not budget. It's not cheap, but it's cool. And it's got the Capital Chambers, which is the best reverb of all time. Okay. All right, we're gonna take it. We're gonna do it.
Simply.
Live take. I'm gonna try to sing the whole thing without messing up. I have a lot of reverb on in my head. It sounds very strange just to talk to you this way. Here we go. You ready, Nick?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't hear you, but I'm gonna assume you said yeah. Thumbs up. There we go. I got words over here in front of me, but I'm gonna try not to reference them too much. I'm calling on the God of Jacob. All right, so we've done the recording part of it, the tracking part. I'm going to very quickly run through how I have processed this whole thing. First thing is that you see the two things that I tracked here, the acoustic guitar and the SM7B. Again, we went through how I tracked those things earlier, but I'm gonna go through the processing that I do on these two tracks. So first thing is, if it sounds good coming in, it's gonna sound good in the final product. If it doesn't sound good coming in, a polished turd is still a turd, as they say. Let's go acoustic guitar first. I'm just gonna play you some stuff. I'm gonna get rid of the plugins I'm not using and turn everything else off. Here we go. So this is the acoustic straight in. Now you're hearing it, it's coming out of these monitors, getting picked up by a camera mic. It's not the greatest setup to show you this. This sounds really good coming out. What I'm doing to it is remember we use that Slate modeling microphone, so I've got this virtual mic option from Slate. It's the M251 option from the Blackbird Studio. Then I've got a channel EQ where I'm just rolling some low end off. Then I've got the SSL channel strip from SSL. I've got an SSL EQ or a compressor. I'm not doing a lot with it because remember we compress through the LA2 or the LA610. And then I have this Neutron plugin where I can add a little bit of warmth. This is the channel strip Neutron. So I'm going to turn these things on individually. You didn't really hear much, especially in this context. I'm rolling off everything below 50 some hertz. Here's the virtual mic. It just added some nice magic. Okay, this is the channel strip native. A lot of high end coming in there. Refined it a lot. Here's the compressor. Again, it's not doing a lot. I'm not compressing a lot. And then Neutron widens it, which you really won't be able to hear in this context either. All off. It's just kind of dull, and then it gets sparkly. Nice. All right, let's move on to vocals. So on the vocals, I have in order a de-esser, a vocal rider, which like sort of automates level for me. And actually, I really love this plugin. It's Waves. It lets me not have to automate. And I've got the SSL vocal strip and the SSL channel strip. So the vocal strip is handling some compression. It's doing some de-essing, a little bit of more de-essing, and plosives, which is not really it's something I run into this mic. A little bit of EQ, and then the channel strip is more EQ. And that's pretty much it. So let's listen to it one at a time. Oh, there's reverb and delay on here. So let's go to this chorus section. Here's the vocal rider. You can see it's... Oh, rock of ages, I'm standing on your faithfulness. This is the vocal channel strip. On your faithfulness. That's a little much compression. Oh God, my God, I need you now. There you go. How I need you now. There's the magic. There's a lot of high end coming. Oh, rock of ages, I'm standing on your faithfulness. And then another compressor to really level things out. On your faithfulness. Tape delay from Logic, just a slap. Oh God, my God, I need you. And then Capital Chambers, the best reverb plugin in the world, from UAD. On it comes. This is the setting. Oh God, my God, I need you now. That sounds like I need you. That's too much. Now. There we go. Now I'm happy. Oh rock of ages, I'm standing on your faithfulness. Now another thing that's happening here is I am tuning my vocals. If you don't like auto-tune, if you think it's, you know, cheating, whatever, don't really care. I do it. Everyone does it. Like everything you hear has been tuned. I just use Logic's built-in flex tune. This is how they came in, right? So this is before. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Sounds pretty close. This is like tuned up how I would do it. More like about to 80-90%. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Now, with tuning, like anything else, is not going to take something that's pitchy, terribly bad, out of tune, and make it sound right. It's just going to take something that's well done to begin with. Not that I'm the greatest singer in the world, but the closer that I can sing to on pitch, the better tuning is going to sound. If I'm way off, tuning is going to sound really bad. The last thing I do is I run all of this, like each of these channels and the reverb and the delay, all run into my mastering bus. So I'm doing a few things here. I'm running the SSL bus compressor. I really love this SSL suite of plugins, straight from SSL. It's like $15 a month, and you get all of their plugins. You could do a whole mix with just those plugins. They have reverbs, delays, compression, EQ, channel strips. They've got some really cool stuff. And I really like it. Compared it to the UAD SSL plugins, compared it to the Wave stuff, they all sound good. They're all very usable. I just personally really like using the SSL plugin. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Not too much. How I need you now. So I set the threshold so that I'm only getting like maybe 2 or 3 dB of reduction. Next thing is this virtual tape machine from Slate. Oh God, my God, I need you now. adds a little bit of that tape saturation thing. Then this is a split, like a mid-side EQ from SSL again. I really like what it's doing. It's pushing highs on the mids. No, it's pushing highs on the outside and then pushing low toward the middle. It kind of focuses things around. Last thing I do, I really like this Greg Wells, not the last thing, one of the last things. I like this Greg Wells Mix-Centric plugin. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Adds a little magic. Then I have this UAD Pultec EQ that I can throw in if I want. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Seems a little much in this case, so I'm gonna leave it off. And then the last thing I do is Ozone from Isotope. There it is. Oh God, my God, I need you now. Now we're loud. How I need you now. I'm happy with this mix. Oh, rock, we're done. I'm standing on your faithfulness. Very good. All right. The next thing I'll do is we assemble the video, upload it to the YouTubes, and that's it. And then whoever controls Elevation Worship's music gets to get all the ad revenue because it gets claimed. All these song videos get claimed. I get questions about that a lot. How do you upload this without getting copyright claims? Well, you don't. That's how YouTube is supposed to work. So yeah, that's a little behind the scenes.
You answered prayers back then, and you will answer now. You are the same God. You are the same.